Today's episode of Producing 4 is sponsored by Serato. Hey, what's up guys? My name is Stefan and you're watching Producing 4, the series where I take an artist and attempt to produce for said artist. This week, I'm tackling Kiana Ledé. I'm starting this one with a 2-part guitar riff that goes like this. Whenever I create these riffs or these melodies, however you like to phrase it, I like to do them in at least 2 parts to keep it interesting, and I often just change the last 4 bars in the second section to create something different. So if you have a melody, create it over 8 bars instead of 4 and use the second 4 bars to do a slight variation to keep your songs interesting. Cool, so this can also serve as an intro. Next, let's copy that guitar over into our next section, the verse, and let's add some drums. I've always been a fan of combining mellow instrumentation with hard-hitting beats, and I think that's what we have going on right here. Cool, so that's our intro and the first part of our verse done. We're keeping it real open and giving the vocalist room. The guitar takes up quite a bit of bandwidth. It has chords going on, it has a melody going on, it's drowned in reverb. It's quite big in my personal opinion, so I don't want to add too much to the verse. But on the other hand, we do want to keep it interesting. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to add in just 2 more elements, but keep them real simple so they're not impacting on the guitar. So let's build a verse beat. This is the second part of the verse, and I think a piano will really go nice here. And like I said, the guitar already has a strong melody going for it. So there's no real need for us to play anything more than just chords. We don't really want to add any more melodic elements into the verse. Cool, that sounds really nice to me. And if you noticed, I actually even left out a few chords. That's how important the guitar part is for me in this track. I don't want to drown it out too much, so there's parts where the guitar still gets to breathe and still gets to shine. Yeah. Cool, so in similar fashion to the piano, let's add an 808 bass, and again, nothing fancy here. For now, the 808 is just going to follow the root notes. Simple stuff. I quite like the unquantized sound we have going on here. The 808s are coming in slightly after the kick, and I think that's to do with the attack of this 808 sound. That was unintentional, but I do like the way it sounds, so I'm gonna leave it. That's what happens sometimes in production. A lot of stuff that we do is from mistakes. You know, the best stuff we do is often from mistakes. That's the beauty of music. Cool, so let's switch it up for the pre-chorus. And here I want to add some strings, so I'm going to pull up a string quartet. And if you've been watching me for a while, you know that I like to play this stuff in separately. Cello, viola or viola, violins. All separately, as I feel I can be more intentional with what I'm trying to create, with each line being as important as the other. So let's start with a cello. I always start with the deepest sound in terms of register, because I can use it to follow maybe the bass line or something similar to the bass line, and that in itself sets the bass line for the rest of my strings. And next we have a viola, or is it a viola? Viola. I feel like I've been pronouncing it wrong all my life. If I have, let me know down in the comment section below, because it's unacceptable if I have. Now, I can't sing, but singing is how I come up with the next line. I play my cello line, and I literally just sing what I think the viola or viola should be doing. I'm not going to sing it for you. I'm going to cut that part right out of the video, because I'm not going to subject you to my vocals, but use your vocals when it comes to production. It's the quickest way to actually produce. And if I come up with something and I don't want to forget it, I pull out my phone. I pull out the voice recorder app or the voice note app, whatever it's called, and I record it just so I don't forget. And then that's a reference point. Cool, so let's get this viola line down. Next, we have the first violin, and it follows the same principle. And finally, violin 2. Okay, so it sounds cool. I think it could use a bit of work. It doesn't sound, it doesn't flow exactly how I would like it to flow at this present moment, but I'm gonna leave it for now because it sounds okay, I think. Next, what we're gonna do is we're gonna move into our chorus, and it's just gonna be a combination of our pre-chorus and our verse. Mash it together, bam, we have our chorus. In England, we would say, Bob's your uncle, Fanny's your aunt. I don't know what that means, but that's just a saying here. But anyways, let's build that chorus, and we are pretty much done. Cool, so before we add our vocals and have our final listen, I just want to take a quick moment to speak about our sponsor for this video, Serato. I've been using Serato Studio in partnership with Serato for a few weeks now, and during that time I've got to learn the software and have discovered a number of features that I think are fantastic for beginner music makers, DJs coming over to the foray of music production, or just anyone starting out on their musical journey. But it has an ease of use within its workflow that I think even experienced music makers would enjoy. From its pitch and time algorithm that pitches and time stretches samples with an amazing quality, to the way it automatically detects the key of your imported sample and intelligently finds sample chops, or how it makes it easy to make music with just a laptop, placing the 7 notes plus octave of the key you're in on keys 1 to 8. And this too applies to chords, which altogether makes it a lot easier to create music when you do not have a MIDI keyboard at hand. Or again, you're just learning the ropes and haven't purchased one yet. Serato Studio has a free edition that anyone can go and download right now, but it also has a full feature-rich version that you can get from just $9.99 per month. If you use the link and the coupon code down in the description below, you can get a 2-month free trial of said full version. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and comment down in the comment section below who you'd like me to produce for next. This is the first part of season 1 complete, R&B female singers. The second part of season 1, we're going to move on to the R&B dudes, the fellas, Chris Brown, Ty Dolla $ign, those kind of guys. So I look forward to seeing you in those episodes. Alright, I've talked enough. Let's play this song. I've been Stefan, and as always, happy beat making.